Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Everybody knows that it is Valentine's Day coming up, and if you're like me, you have no idea what you're gonna look like whenever that day comes. So I got you, okay? We're gonna play in a couple of looks, okay? And we're gonna decide how we're gonna slay to the guys for our man or us or whoever it is that we slay to the guys. Either way, it's love day, and what better? So first, you guys, we're going to start with my eyebrows and eyes already primed. I primed it with my e.l.f. concealer. And we're going to use the BH Cosmetic palette. Take Me to Brazil. I believe that's what it is. And we're going to start with my fluffy Wet n Wild brush. And we're going to dab that into my lightest color of pink there. And just put that into the crease. As you can see, it doesn't really show up a lot, but that's just really going to be our transition color. So I do go back in that a few times just to get the light pink that I'm looking for. So you might can't see it, but it's there. Then next we're going to go in with the Morphe M573 brush. And I'm going to take that brush and go in with the next pink dark color there. And put that underneath where we laid the light pink. And that's going to go all over the lid there. And that's going to kind of give us the dark pink that we're looking for and help us know where we want to actually cut our crease at later on. And I do kind of go back in there quite a few times just to get that dark pink that I'm actually looking for. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all see my arm and stuff a lot. This is my first time filming in this area. So as I'm looking at this, I know I'm going to have my products in a different area so that my elbow is not what you guys are seeing all through this video. But we're making it work, okay? All right, next we're going to go in with my M514 brush. And I'm going to go back in with that dark pink again. And this is just going to deepen everything up so we can get that nice density that we're looking for when cutting the crease. All right, next we are going to cut our crease, and this is just a flat brush here. We're going to go back in with my e.l.f. concealer there. I like to just place a little bit on the back of my hands so I can just kind of dab at that. And this brush is through a set that I think I've ordered from Wish. So I don't know the name of it. So once I put that into my crease there, I kind of look up and around as you saw. And that just kind of lets me know kind of where my eye kind of is, because you want to cut it in a place where you can still see all your colors and things when your eyes are open, especially if you have hooded eyes. I can't really explain what type of eyes I have, but I just know that when cutting my crease, I have to cut it kind of high. So you do want to kind of take your time on this. I did speed this up, but do know that I was cutting my crease for a really long time, okay? And once you get your outline of the cut crease, then that's when I start going in the middle and filling it in. But like I said, take your time and have a steady hand, because the worst thing you want to do is mess that up after you have been cutting your crease like your life depended on it. Now I did switch to a different brush here. I think this is another flat Wet n Wild brush, and that just kind of helped me have a little bit more control, so that I can actually cut that in the way that I wanted it to, because you need a crisp cut crease, because that's what makes the look. You need it to be crisp, okay? And yes, I am all into that mirror, y'all. All right, so once we have that, then we're going to go back with our M573 brush and go back into that darkest pink that we used. And we're going to put that on the outside of that cut crease, and we're going to smoke it out, close it up, whatever you want to call it, but that we're going to put that on the outside to kind of make everything flow. Then next we're going to go in with a flat Morphe brush, and that is the M, what brush is it? It is the M503 brush. Sorry, guys. And we're going in with the lighter pink. Not the lightest pink, but a lighter pink. Just to to give you that pink gradient there. Then we're going to use a white and fill that in on the front there. And it wasn't really giving me the pigment that I wanted, so I decided to spray it, but I realized that spray's not going to work. So I sprayed it with my continuous Morphe spray. That also was a failed. It still didn't do what I wanted it to do. So in the end, I just ended up having to pack it on until I had the pigment that I was wanting. Still packing. So next I'm going to go in with a flatter brush. And again, this is from one of these sets that I ordered from Wish. And it's just a smaller brush where I can kind of get in and close up that cut crease on the top by actually deeping in it. And so that's actually going to add some depth so that cut crease can actually just kind of pop there, as you can see. And my favorite part of Transylvania was on. I was watching a movie with my son. And so, yeah, I was getting it, okay? And I'm going to do that same thing with the white. And then use a fluffy brush to blend all that together. So now we're going to jump into face. So I'm going to actually use the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 11 Amber. I'm so loving this foundation, you guys. It's very lightweight. It actually looks really good on my skin. And that's a plus for me because I do have dry skin. I do get dry patches. So anything that looks good on the skin like that, I'm here for it. So what I did is I just sprayed that out on my face and used another fluffy brush. That, again, some of these brushes I got off Wish. I don't know the names of these. And kind of dab that in. Next, we're going to highlight with the same concealer that I use for my eyes. I do like a bright highlight, but just word of the wise, if you're going to be taking pictures, don't use that one, okay? Excuse me, y'all, sorry. So I did go in with another concealer to kind of put on the outside so I can kind of blend those two together to kind of give me that perfect bright but not too bright look there. And then I do go in with that same another flat brush that I use for my eyebrows just to kind of carve them out. Because sometimes I feel like when I do my foundation that my eyebrows are no longer as sharp. So I have to go back and sharpen those up. Sorry, guys. So now I'm going to use a beauty blender and mix those two together and press that into the skin. And if you wet that, it does actually make it move a little bit more smoothly. Because sometimes that e.l.f. concealer can get a little tacky on you. And I'm going to put a little bit on the bridge of my nose just to highlight my nose. All right, so now I'm going to contour or bronze up my face. This is a powder that came in a set that I got for Christmas from Bay, so I'm not sure what this color is. I do kind of like a deep kind of contour there, so I kind of just keep packing that powder on until I get the desired look that I want. And then I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, I believe that's what it was, and carve out that contour. It's what is called as a reverse contour. And it just kind of snatches that up there. And I use my Beauty Blender to kind of do that. And then I go in and put that same powder underneath my eye. Word to the wise. If you didn't give your swifter in that it comes in like I did, don't be wearing what you're going to wear out when you do this, because you're going to have powder all over the place. Then you want to go ahead and dust that off underneath that contour, because you don't want to get a little cast that comes if you let it sit there too long. But under your eye, you can definitely keep that while you work on your under eye there. So I go back in with that same brush I used to deepen the cut crease on the lid, and use the same colors that I used on the lid underneath the eye so that it all blends together beautifully. All right, once I'm done with that, I like to kind of just press that into the skin as well, that powder. And now we're going to use blush there. And this is a blush that I got out of a set from Ulta. And I just normally like to do kind of one of those cheesy smiles so you can know that you're actually getting that blush on the highest parts, well, the dimple parts, that little rosy parts of your cheeks there. Then I'm going to use the Morphe 406 brush to warm my face back up. Then I spray everything with my Morphe setting spray that I love, 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 love. And then to contour the top part of my nose, I use that same powder that I used to contour with. And I just kind of use a C motion and go over the little round little parts of my nose there, just to snatch it just slightly. And then I'm going to highlight, and yes, that is a rather big brush, but that's the only brush I had right this very second. So if you decide to do that, please go small, cautiously, because if not, you're going to be really highlighted up. But I like a good highlight. And you're just going to put that on the top parts of your chin to make sure, I mean, not chin, I'm sorry, top parts of your cheek. I do put some on my chin and my cupid's bow, my nose, and the bridge of my nose. And just make sure all of that, your blush, your contour, your highlight, all of that goes together and blends seamlessly. Then we're going to spray that continuous spray again. And I do take a brush and actually press the spray into my face. Clearly I did not have my lip combo picked out, but yeah, we're here. Well, you guys, this is the finished look.